we're up. Can we do a quick lang, volume check? Discord top down,
Hello.
starting with base Lando.
Hello.
Alright. Oh no. Okay, wait. I think my stuff is. So yeah. Alright. Okay. One more. Lando.
Hello.
Okay, you are. I'll raise your volume. Um, Jin, I think. Or you won't be speaking. Okay. Kay Hamada.
Hello.
Okay. Uh,
Hello.
Premium Azul color there. Okay, so yeah, let's go back to premium later. Okay, hello.
Here.
Alright, okay, thank you. And myself. Celine.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, raise you and Azul colors a bit. Medyo soft. DM was on.
Hello.
Okay, where's you as well? Yun. Yun 2X.
What's up?
Okay.
You do not pronounce Yun to
Yun
X.
2X.
You two X.
And finally, Aegis.
I
Eye
am
of
the
the
voices in your head. Hello.
Alright, okay. Yeah, I think we can begin. Yes, go ahead, DM.
Alright. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why do I just count 6? I think. Oh, for for Rich because he was doing recording things. G check. Okay. Alright. I guess we can start. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I am DM Watson, and welcome to my table. So I've been yeeted from elsewhere to run parts 2 and part 3 of the Clover Group trilogy for y'alls. So tonight we'll be playing Brotherhood. So this is a roleplay heavy um mod, which should likely run 2 to 3 hours depending on how things go. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. Before anything else, a lot of you are at least playing at my table for the first time. So some of you have either played with me frequently and played with me a long time ago. Also playing this mod, I guess. So I just wanted to go around and give very quick house rules just to get everyone on board. So first and foremost, no metagaming. So for those who have played this trilogy to no end, just remember to keep what you know as a player separate from what your PCs do. And of course, allow those who haven't played this to take charge in driving things forward as necessary. In case we have any audio problems, you can just click on your token and click the banana macro that should be available in the top left when you click on your token. So if someone does the banana check, then at least that informs whoever's speaking that something's up with their audio. They gotta fix it somehow. This can also be applicable if someone's supposed to be speaking but is apparently on mute, because that's always the thing. Right? Number 3, in terms of safety tools, we do have the X card system active, so I don't have any fancy stuff for that. Just type in X in the chat if you feel uncomfortable with discussions and whatnot that may come up. As I forewarned, I guess, a few hours ago, content warnings for this module include death and loss of a loved one. So if this hits a little bit too close to home for you, please let me know if you're uncomfortable with that so we can adjust things as needed. Right? In case you need to step away from your computer for whatever reason, you don't have to explain why. Just make sure you type BRB and back so we know not to expect you and we don't have that awkward moment of spotlight shining on you but you're inactive. Right? So let's avoid that. Number 5, music is currently playing via Discord. So if everyone's hearing the calming Lie music, then we're good. You can adjust the slider for jockey as needed, so it doesn't bombard everything else. All right. Number 6, please do not share the spotlight, give everyone a chance to speak up, give inputs, and all that jazz. Number 7, everyone will start the game with DM inspiration. Inspiration at my table, at least for this mod, will be predicted advantage. And this is non-transferable, and I will only be considering it used if you use the macro first. So if I don't see this macro when you declare inspiration, then we will assume that the inspiration was not used. Alright, inspiration will be denoted by this 3-leaf icon. Please mark this on your tokens. Thank you very much. Number 8, I roll behind the screen, so in case you don't see anything, that's on purpose. If you see something, that's not on purpose. I haven't touched this room in a while, so if there's anything that comes up, then it is what it is. If there are clarifications that need to be done, just let me know so we can resolve it. For combat purposes, so there's a chance of combat in this module. So to try and not drag it on longer than necessary, please make sure that you are always rolling twice. And toggle your auto roll damage and crit, so things come to roll 20 more smoothly and quickly. And additionally, you should only be able to see your own HP. Kindly confirm if that is the case. Everyone else's will be hidden from view. So if you're bloodied, please put a yellow dot to signify that you are bloodied, and a red dot when you're not okay, whatever that is for you. So whether that's quarter life, whether that's your last 5, last 1 hit point, I don't really care. As long as it helps inform the party that you're really, really not okay, that you're in danger. Enemies will function the same way. To help keep immersion alive, communicate in non-technical terms, so you can spew out, I don't feel okay, cough, cough, red dot, and however else you want to do that, right? For the sake of your clerics in the party, and anyone else who has any penchant of healing. This will be my only reminder for the party, so from here on out, I'll leave it up to all of you to do that reminding for yourselves. And please plan your possible actions ahead of your turn. In case you have questions about any of your features, feel free to do so in the chat or during your turn. Just so at least, we're all still learning here, so happy to help you guys out as needed. And when you're done, just stay done. So we can skip on to the next person. Alright? And finally, let's just have fun. And let's weave ourselves a good story. Alright. So, I wonder how much Discord is going to cooperate with me here. Alright. So, for... Yes?
I have a question. Is inspiration reroll or advantage?
Pre-declared advantage. So,
Really?
yes. So you have to mention it to me that and use the macro if you want to use it. Otherwise, it will not be acknowledged. Alright?
Can we share
Yes.
XP? Can we delete
No.
XP? No. So
No.
for ourselves.
Only for yourselves. This is selfish kind of inspi, at least for tonight. So, if you forget that you have it, you forget you have it. Simple as that.
Okay.
But you can remind people about it as needed. Oh, wait. No, you're not supposed to go there. Okay. Alright. So, for most of you, so I think this is it for everyone except for Silverthorn at this point. So I guess we'll start with Silverthorn. Silverthorn, you've gone off on a couple of adventures by now, and of course, you're still looking for new jobs to gain more experience, more coin, right? And your travels actually lead you to a town called Flan, where you see this hooded figure who seems to be handing out flyers asking for new adventurers to come and help seek out missing folk in general. They say they can't give you much details, only that it's literally looking for people. And they give you directions on where to look for the quest giver who can give you more insight and more details that you might need to help you decide whether or not you accept the mission or not. Perhaps a little bit curious or perhaps desperate. You get these directions and you head off towards the quivering forest, where you see what looks to be a set of stairs, which seem to be made out of clouds. That seems to lead upwards into what look to be a very big cloud castle. So as your feet carry you up, you don't feel exhausted. If anything, it feels light as you step up. At some point, you arrive at this castle where things are rather somber. Things look rather dark. Most of the light green for some reason, lit by candlelight. Now, as you step into the castle, you see a pair of big double doors that kind of open up, and you step into this chamber where there's a very big glass case where there's currently a black cloth that's draped over it, and you see 6 other people here who seem to be in many states of grieving, or maybe at this point acceptance. I'm not sure. But for the rest of you, having finished the previous module where you had lost a good friend, you've all stayed here, or perhaps went out for a little bit and came back here in this castle, mourning for your friend. So, there's a bit of a moment where you guys actually notice the newcomer, and from behind you, Silverthorn, you hear a little bit of a sob, a very heavy sob, and then you see this figure, this bluish figure, who kind of like dabs a cloth to his eye and says, "Oh, so I just finished some preparations, and I didn't see you over there. You must be new. I haven't seen you around here though. Did we look for someone new? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. We're missing one. Okay, that's good. So, who might you be?" As he looks over to Silverthorn.
Hi, my name is Silverthorn. I just came into town and I saw there was a posting for some quest. Is this a bad time? I sense that the atmosphere is kind of personal. Am I intruding on something?
Oh, don't worry too much about it. I mean, it is personal, but we do need all the help that we can get. Right, everyone? Right, yes. I'm sorry. I'm Roxtasha. And my dear old friend actually just passed away. And, well, we're actually planning his funeral. And, well, I'll mention everything later, but I think you need to get acquainted with the rest. Go on. I think everyone needs to, say a few words to each other, not to, we'll do that later during the funeral. As he looks over towards Callie, just to kind of like take the attention off him. Go ahead, Callie.
Eh? Oh, hello. I'm Callie, and I'm kinda not really in the mood right now, so go ask someone else. Thank you.
I know it's hard, but we have to introduce people to one another. Come on. Okay, fine. I think someone else has to do it.
Thank you,
Cethin,
thank
go
you.
ahead. Go ahead. Cethin, go ahead.
Why, hello. The name's Cethin. I don't have much to say, especially that the atmosphere is kind of, somber. Excuse my lack of words.
Oh, nice to meet you. I hope I'm not really intruding on something. I'm just here for the job, you see. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine.
He gestures over to Artemis to just continue introductions, and then he kind of gestures to the leftward thing, as if to tell you, just introduce yourselves one after the other. Alright, go ahead, Artemis.
I reach my hand out to Silverthorn as if asking for a handshake. Hello, you mentioned your name is Silverthorn. My name's Artemis, and yes, you can see we're planning for a funeral. Please, just keep in mind that a bit of us are grieving right now, and and then I look at and then I look at something that's behind Silverthorn. Is Who's that? I point at the creature behind Silverthorn.
Silverthorn just nudges the creature. Go on. The creature goes up to you and nudges his head, asking for a
Oh,
scratch.
oh,
This, this is my companion. Her name is Ionella. Uh, you might
uh,
think she's an odd dog, but she's actually a drake, if you want to believe me. But yeah.
oh.
Mm-hmm.
Then I give Ionella a scratch on the head, and it's like, well, I guess that's for me. I nudge Yurris a bit.
Alright. Yurris.
Hello. Oh, I don't think I don't think we're supposed to be talking over the funeral. So, but I'm Yurris. Um, I'm the researcher of this party. It's so nice to meet you. I'll come back to you later, okay? As I say that, I turn back and look back to the other people grieving towards the room,
Alright.
and I end my introduction.
Okay.
Oh,
Suzanne.
It's actually Suzanne, but anyways,
Susan.
Sorry na. Sorry na.
it's fine. Rich said Suzanne in the first time, but anyway, Suzanne steps back for a bit and looks at everyone in confusion because last time she remembers she was with someone else when Rygvala passed away, and she was like, Callie, Cethin, Artemis, Yurris, you guys actually met Rygvala, and it's a bit of a shocker because the old dragon has been dealing with some heavy stuff, and I don't recall you guys being in. But anyways, and she looks at Silverthorn. Yes, my name is Suzanne. I'm usually a happy-go fellow. I mean, I'm joyful, and it's at this moment it's been hard for us who witnessed Ragvala's passing, and Ragvala was a great guy. He was more than a father figure, than an employer. He was more than an employer actually. He touched everyone's lives, and his passing was has made a big impact. And yes, don't mind us being a bit emotional. It's just Ragvala was indeed a great creature or being. We'll always remember him and stay in our hearts. Ending my introduction, yeah.
Alright. And finally, we have Clayre.
Alright. So, yeah, beside Suzanne, you see a banshee looking person. Although, something's a bit off with her. Although she's a bit incorporeal, you can see that in her eyes, tears are starting to form. And looking at everybody, realizing everyone's staring at her, she takes off her shroud, just enough to reveal her face. And this is what you see. Uh, and you see before you a lady, actually in her younger years. She looks grayscale in a way, kind of descriptive of having come from uh, the Underdark, having lived there for that long. Uh, and you can see that she's staring at her bag, which still contains lots of good berries. All the good berries that couldn't heal the dragon. And
Yeah.
yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, uh, she says that she forgot her name at some point, but she looks at Callie and repeats her new nickname, Gray. Just call me Gray.
Okay. All right. I think everyone's acquainted. We're good, right? So, you kind of see Rockstasha kind of blow into a hanky for a bit before he kind of composes himself. Like, okay, I think we're good. So, business to business. Everyone else is familiar with all what's happened so far. We're planning a funeral in 3 days' time, and we're looking to invite a couple of people. So, uh, Silverthorn, wasn't it?
Hmm?
So Ragvala and I actually come from a adventuring party called the Five Leaf Clover, and I figured that it would be a good idea if we sort of had a reunion. I know that's bad timing, but I think it would only be fair if they also were made aware of the current happenings and to send their farewells as well. Uh, so it's a little bit tricky. I mean, it's been 800 years since we last saw each other, and I have my doubts whether or not they're still around. I mean, after all, Rudy was a halfling, Rem was a human. 800 years isn't really kind to those kinds of folk, so they're probably dead by now. But there is still one that is definitely still alive. She's a solar. Her name is Rygmorum, and if she likes to disguise herself as this Goliath priest. She follows the god of death, the Lord of the Dead rather, Kellenborg. And um, uh, may have heard some rumors that she has a penchant for coming down to the material plane to go on a pilgrimage along with other Kellenvorites, other Doom Guides. And, if you have any chance of spotting her, she might be around other Kellenvorites. As it so happens, they are congregating in Flan down below. I have to adjust the castle a little bit just for you, make it easier. But they seem to be heading, if my sources are correct, towards the Valhingen graveyard. So, as a recap, I just have a very simple ask for all of you. This might not even require all 7 of you, but the more the merrier. Look for his Grim. Invite her to the funeral in 3 days. Maybe ask her what happened to their others. Just so at least we can finally give our dear friend Ragvala a fond farewell. Sound good?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay,
Um,
alright.
you guys have an hour to dry your tears because you have to get your game faces on. Okay, this is important. You can't show sadness. I mean, we can't show sadness. And he kind of tries to wipe off the tears that are starting to form again. All right, we can do this. So I'm just gonna steer the castle. So you have time to make any preparations that you like. I'll signal you all when we're just above the graveyard. Okay. As Rockstasha takes his leave, leaving you guys an hour to make any preparations that you would wish to do before you arrive and head down.
Well, This Rogvala guy really sounds respectable, man. I wish I could have met him.
Mm-hmm. We really wish you have. He was, as he said, a father figure.
Alright. Does anyone have any pre-declarations they'd like to do?
I'm too broke for pre-declarations, DM.
I had to ask, your guys are at level 1.
um, I guess. And also, I don't have any second level spells, so that's a thing too. Um, guys, do you have like declarations, pre-declarations, like
None
mage
so
or
far.
mage armor or anything that costs duration?
I do have huge
Would you like to cast it?
Do I have to? Okay.
I mean, you don't
I
have to
mean,
if you don't want to.
it's up to
It's
you. I
more
mean, it's up
it's
for you
more of
to discern.
it's more of do you want to? I mean, you don't have to. Even if you have it, you don't necessarily have to. It's not an obligation.
I'll just keep it. I'll just keep it. Maybe I don't need it right now.
No problem. Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Yep. Gray is gonna distribute 6 berries each to everyone. This is going to be each healing for 4 HP. So
Alright.
we'll keep the rest of the those. So I still have around 4 remaining with me,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and FYI, still have 30 pieces of the 5 HP ones for later. Uh, Also would like to cast aid on to 3 people. I believe Yurris is my first choice. Uh, I think also Artemis. Wait, first is Yurris, second is Artemis, and anyone else who feels they need a bit of
Feels
HP
squishy.
buffer. Yeah, raise your hand now. No one.
Suzanne is contemplating to raise her hand, but give it to someone else.
Okay. Choosing between Cethin
Setting.
and Kali, I'll go with Cethin. Yeah.
Me?
Yep. So for Yurris, Artemis, and Cethin, you'll get additional 5 HP and max HP.
Yeah.
Good.
Adjust
Happy.
adjust adjust your HPs before I move you to the next map.
Excuse me.
That's also for your max, okay? So also update your max. There you go.
And as soon as we about to step outside, Suzanne will brighten up the spirit a bit, and she said that, well, to be fair, Ragvala is indeed kind of old and suffering from I don't know what condition he's at, but I think it was about time for him to pass away. For I mean, memories are memories. We will never forget him and stuff like that. And it stopped him from suffering and enduring pain. So we should we should give ourselves a bit of a slack and carry on. And for this funeral, I would love to hear from everybody. Think of it as a eulogy or something. And yes,
Right now.
no, not right now, silly. As soon as we gathered all the members.
All right, we'll keep that in mind.
Alright. So an hour passes. You Roxtasha informs you that the graveyard is just below. So just descend the cloud stairs as you please. And you find yourselves in a graveyard that seems to be in some form of repair. You hear a lot of hammer on nails. You see a lot of people. Majority of them seem to be cloaked in grayish looking robes, seemingly guiding a couple of tourists, as it seems. Over in yonder, you actually hear almost a monologue in the distance about certain statues and all that. And at some point, you actually come across you don't see anyone freakishly tall. I mean, you know how tall Goliaths can be. And you take a quick glance around, you don't see anyone particularly standing out literally. Uh Perhaps not until you start hearing a little bit more of the monologue that seems to be happening. Uh as you see a particular man uh in gold armor, yellow hair and the yellow key, right? Seemingly in a tour group, right? Kind of gestures over to one of the statues. It's like, yes, and well, over here, we got one of the found funds. um don't mind things too much. He was a Kellambrite. He well was something really bad happened to him. I don't really quite remember at the moment. So if you have any questions about this guy and anything else about being a Kellambrite, feel free to go sign up over there. As he points over towards another section where you see people in gray robes sitting at the desk, waiting for sign-ups, essentially. So as this group in particular kind of like talks amongst themselves and kind of ferries off from him, he kind of like starts dusting his hands off and then notices your party for the moment. It's like, oh, hello, can I help you with something? No. Hello. He kind of like
We're
starts
just-
waving a hand.
We're
Okay.
just staring at him.
Time didn't stop, right? I am talking. You do see me, right? You guys aren't spirits, right? Right?
Suzanne
No.
will not.
No.
Yeah, will not. We're not spirits.
Did you say something about Cleansing?
Yes.
Or,
I am one
or,
of such Cleansing.
well, we're looking for a specific one. What was her name again? She's a Goliath priest, I think. Would you happen to know
Oh.
anyone by such description?
I do. Actually, it's one in a million. To be honest, you might be looking for Lady Rizgrim, I suppose.
Yes. Yes, sort of.
Yeah, that's the one. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good news and bad news. Good news is I know her. The bad news is you can't see her.
But why?
Well, but why?
Kind of like looks over to you, Seth, and he starts looking around. What's that? What's that? Well, you wouldn't believe me if I told you, but she explicitly said that she couldn't really be bothered, considering that she has a lot of things to do for the pilgrimage. So she really can't see people at the moment.
Very.
But she did tell me that there was one thing that could be done, but that depends. Is this urgent?
Yes.
Well,
On a
it
scale of
is.
1 to
It's
10,
about
how
her
urgent is
friend.
it? Her friend.
10.
Well, I must say it's 10 because it's the funeral of her friend.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna be privy
I
about the
mean,
matter.
I think it's one.
Sure. I mean, I totally believe you. I know, you wouldn't be looking for her if it wasn't at all important. I mean, I don't think you guys know her personally either, right? So, she did give me a little bit of a leeway to be able to, handle these kinds of requests. And she told me that you needed to go through a couple of tests just to make sure that you're good. So I warn you though, these tests aren't exactly for the faint of heart, literally. I mean, if you're familiar with Kelemvor at all, then you know that this might have something to do with death and dying, and well, not literally dying, just the topic of it. Maybe, mostly. So, if you're really intent on trying to have an audience with her, I can arrange that guys go through the test immediately. Any objections?
I
None
None
so
so
far.
far.
Okay. If there aren't any, follow me as he leads you towards one of the northern sections of the graveyard, right? So don't move your tokens. I'll just bring you to the other map. So, let's see. He introduces himself, by the way. I'm Sir Garen Kilt. I'm one of the superiors here in the Valhingen Graveyard. Sort of maybe answer to Lady Rizgrim, but as it is, you guys have some important things to do. So, if you're all agreeing to do this, I need everyone to line up in straight line, just like that. And just relax. And then he gives a small smile. And then he looks behind him, and then he gives a nod to some people in the back. Right? And one by one, you start seeing people with gray robes and domino masks starting to file in after you all, and starting to position themselves behind each of you. So for those of you who have any form of companion, summoned or unsummoned, they perch themselves over in the corner, at least just to watch for now. Right? As you see, these Doom Guides move up behind each and every one of you. And as they do, right, Sir Garen says, alright, so, like I said, relax. And very slowly, they start, they each touch your head with consent, as they all start chanting a prayer, as if attempting to summon the powers of Kelemvor himself. And as they do, a harmless blue flame starts to burst from each of their masks. And the moment that this happens, you all start receiving a vision from Kelemvor himself. This vision seems to be that of a scenario of which you die. But how that actually plays out will not be up to me. It will not be up to you. But it will be up to the person to your left. So for Gray, who does not have someone on their left, that will be Callie. So this is how we're going to work this out. I'll give you guys I'll ask you guys to roll 3d20s so we can see how that pans out. And then I'll give you guys a set of words. Then I'll explain afterwards how you can craft that into an actual scenario. So, let's start with Gray. Kindly roll me 3d20s. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Suzanne.
Oh wait, that's a D10. Hold on. There we go.
Okay. Reroll me one of those, please. Alright, thank you. Yurris. 3d20s, please. Alright. you. Silverthorn.
3d20. And 2, 4. Direction.
No.
Ito.
There you go. Thank you. Uh, Artemis. Okay. Cethin. Wow. Okay. And Cal. Okay. Cool. All right. So I'm going to whisper something to every one of you. Just give me a few moments to uh, plug this in. See, this is for Artemis. Suzanne. So remember, these three words that I'm sending to each of you, this is for you to write a scenario of death for the person to your right. Uh, not for
For the
yourself.
person to the. Okay.
Not for yourself. Person on your right. Okay.
Oh.
It's for Gray. Cethin. Okay. Eh. Think we things have think things now. And Callie. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Okay. Send. Okay. Alright, everyone should have received something via Whisper on roll 20. So, this is how it works. You have three words, each of it pertaining to certain aspects of the scenario that you're crafting. So the first word pertains to the creature that was involved in the death of the person to your right. The second word pertains to an activity they might have been engaging in when it happened or just before it happened, up to you. And the third word is the location by which it happened. All right. So, I'll give you guys. It doesn't have to be very long. It can just be a narration. I'll give you guys 5 minutes to come up with something real quick. Okay.
Do we need to know what the creature is?
Not necessarily. You can be creative with how you interpret it. It should be here in row 20. You should have received it as a whisper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yes, Gray writing for Suzanne, Suzanne writing for Yurris, Yurris writing for Silverthorn, and so on and so forth. Let me know if someone does not see the words that they were given.
Where do we send it?
It's here in row 20. Look at chat.
I mean, where
Scroll
do
up.
we
You should
send
see
it?
something.
Oh,
Type it
I
somewhere else. Type it somewhere else first, and then when the 5 minutes are up, we'll do a little bit of a sharing, right? And then after you share it, then you can post either here in row 20 or in our Discord channel. And I'll also take this moment to request that if you're fine with it, I'll also post this in the Mind Palace server so you guys can have something to look back on later down the line. Just let me know if you consent to doing that. Cethin, you mentioned you haven't seen it.
Oh
oh
wait,
wait,
I
I
think
think
I
I
see
see
it.
it.
I
I
see
see
it.
it.
All right, so I'll give you guys 5 minutes to come up with something real quick. Uh, so we'll target 7:27. So by 7:27, hopefully you guys have something to show. uh, all right.
Can it be really simple?
Yeah, just really simple is fine. Doesn't have to be super complicated or super long.
DM, I have a question. Uh, is
Yeah,
there a chance? Is there a chance that someone will die in this module?
you don't know.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yurris, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Hmm?
Are you ready to share? Because my dice said that you
No,
should be first.
no, not yet ready. Wait. Hmm.
Okay, Silverthorn, are you ready?
Yes.
He's got
Okay,
some
we'll start with
information.
Silverthorn. So, starting with Silverthorn, we'll move to the right. So, uh, Silverthorn, what does Artemis see in his vision from Kelempor?
Well, she sees herself many years into the future as a sorcerer. Uh, she feels that the magic inside there is really growing, and as it grows, it started to consume her. The first taste of this power she got when she learned how to use fireball, and she just at first she's honing her skills, uh, throwing fireballs at innocent livestock, animals, somewhere far that no one would suspect the murderous intent that she has by being consumed by this power in her. As she reached the maximum of her power, she couldn't hold uh, the powers really consumed her and she lost consciousness and she just went on a rampaging machine, throwing fireballs and meteor swarms at every city that she passed through until there was a peculiar castle that holds a uh, is until there was a peculiar castle that's defending a mechanism which is like a doorway to some far plane, and because of her rampaging intent, she accidentally destroyed these machines, opening that doorway and leading Modrons into this plane. And as she sees an army of Modrons escaping from that doorway, she got more excited that there's many targets that sprung from the doorway as she casts all her spells to her heart's delight until one time that she wasn't able to standing her ground at the drawbridge of the castle. She was overwhelmed by this army from another dimension, and that's how she met her end.
Alright. Artemis, you see this vision from Kalimvor play out in your head. And as you feel yourself overwhelmed by the Modrons, right? How do you react? How do you feel about seeing this?
What are wait, for first, what are more What are mod-
Consider them like robots.
Oh, okay. I guess when I see myself casting these spells, I think that maybe one day I'll actually reach this level. But I hope I don't go crazy. But since I stand my ground in my final moments in the vision, I don't really react too strongly, and I just quietly accept my death in the vision.
Okay. Sure. Make me a wisdom saving throw to see if you actually do.
Wisdom saving.
Okay. A big part of you wishes that you would accept it, but somehow voices in your head that are maybe not your own, kind of start giving you doubts that start making you feel like maybe this is something to be afraid of. Maybe this is something that you need to take precautions to prevent. Right. So you feel overwhelmed and overburdened by these thoughts that kind of overwhelm your acceptance of it. So although you still do, there is something that kind of holds you back, and because of that, you gain 1 level of exhaustion. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, Artemis, are you done with yours?
Hmm?
Are you
Oh
done?
yeah,
with
I'm done. I'm
this
done. I'm
one?
done.
Okay. All right. So, what does Cethin see in his vision for him?
I made this one for you. Okay. So Cethin was just doing a little leisure time for himself as he finds himself wandering around. He ends up in a swamp. He plays around just sneaking and hunting for unsuspecting prey like deers or such, not knowing that the swamp was the home of a deity as ancient as time itself. So so as he plays around in the swamp, not knowing the quiet slumber that deity was in until he has set foot, his presence making himself known in the swamp, waking it. And by accidentally ruining the swamp lilies, he had angered the god of the swamp, the deity that resides there. It manifests as it exits his house, a tree stump, its body fully covered in green, with ears that could be mistaken for horns or tiny trumpets. And it yells out in a deafening tone, in a very familiar accent, "What are you doing in my swamp?" As it rushes over and casts a spell, causing all the waters in the swamp to become a raging flood to drown Cethin. He loses his breath and he perishes due to angering the swamp god. That's it.
Alright.
Cethin, how do you respond and react to this vision?
That's very creative, I guess. I can't really see myself in that situation yet, but if ever that happens, I guess I'll just accept my fate. Maybe fight a little bit, but if I die, I die.
Make me a wizard. Wizard? Alright. Okay. You do seem content and you seem firm in your belief that should this actually come to pass, then you accept it for all that it's worth. You do not gain exhaustion. Okay. Sethin, are you ready with your scenario?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. What does Callie see?
What does Callie see? Well, I saw Callie meditating, which is kind of an unusual thing to do, knowing her so far. But the further she meditated, she was soon lost in the depths of her own consciousness. In her consciousness, everything grew darker, and there seemed to be a shadowy figure, a monster. I can't really tell, but this thing consumed her, even though it was just in her mind. But she was never able to wake up after that.
Callie.
Kelly just closes her eyes and rethinks her life again, whether it's worth it or not. That's it.
Alright. Make me a wizard.
Wisdom saving throw. Wait, did that work? My internet sucks.
Nope.
Eh! Wait. Oh my god. Wait, can I refresh my roll 20 real quick?
I see you disconnecting and connecting.
Yeah. Oh my god. Please let me roll.
Roll 20 said no. Just kidding.
Yeah, what?
Okay.
Oh,
There you go. Okay. So, Callie, uh, as you rethink your life choices, you do feel that perhaps this vision is a good forewarning for yourself to be able to either uh, avoid it altogether, or if it happens, at least you'll be as prepared as you can. So for now, you do manage to steel yourself enough to accept the vision that has been given to you. You do not gain exhaustion. So,
let's go.
Callie, what does Gray see?
Okay. Gray. Clearshadow. Clearshadow. A beautiful sun was shining. Birds were chirping. You wouldn't know what could happen, to be fair. Everything looks perfect as you look around the forest, but everything changed in a snap. Hmm, I guess there's no such thing as a perfect in our world. Gray wakes up as she's on the verge of drowning, trying to remember what happened. But the last thing that comes out to her mind is a celestial being pulling her down the lake, telling her, "You do not belong here," or should I say, "Will you ever belong here?" as she drowns into the lake of darkness.
Alright,
Ta-da!
great. How do you react to this vision?
Hmm, I guess Gray thinks that this is not far from happening, and if there is anything that would tell that she doesn't belong anywhere, it's probably a celestial. And I guess she really doesn't belong anywhere. Yeah, so
Right?
it's
You say.
fine dying this way. We save.
Okay. Uh, sure enough. As if you sync your mind with this acceptance of this vision. You take it in stride. You accept it for what it is and how it is. Whether it happens exactly as it is foretold or it happens in a different way, you feel that when it comes to pass, at least you will be welcoming it with open arms. Alright. Gray, what does Suzanne see in her vision?
Okay. Uh, Suzanne, you and your party delve deep into a dungeon. Your party is currently blocked by a seeming puzzle trap made of unnatural underground plants, vines, and brambles. You come up to one of your party mates, with whom you've always had a crush on, and whisper some flirtatious words to them. They smile for a brief moment, but that smile quickly turns into a pained expression as as the vines spring to life and pierce through him, bursting through his chest. One by one, your party falls to the evil plant monstrosity. The lone caster in your party tries to cast Abidazim's horrid wilting, but their words get muffled as vines choke them to death. You see a last horrid vision. Your party impaled, squeezed, choked, enwrapped, and tangled. Your vision blacks out as you feel vines sprout from your eyes and other orifices. I guess this is it, you think to yourself. I've flirted with death way too many times, but alas, it's caught up to me. It's time.
Alright. Suzanne, how do you react to this vision?
DM, is my reaction gonna be, um, in my mind or is it
Man,
visual?
in your mind.
Oh, so when she envisioned that, she actually accepts it,
Mm,
and she said that, ah, well, I came from nature, and if nature decides to take my life away from me, then I would be honored as nature is my life. Nature is everything. And
Alright.
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Okay. Make me always say.
rolling
Alright.
20.
Everything aligns. You feel just as you feel the that seems poetic that should you go out in this manner then it's nature itself foreboding you to accept whatever fate awaits you and you do not feel exhausted. Okay. Suzanne, what does Yurris see in their vision?
So this is what Yurris see. Ah, ooze starts to flood the surface you're currently standing at. Till it fully consume you, Yurris. A cute owl folk drowning, trying to reach out for air, but it seems impossible at this point. When you passed out because of the lack of air, you hear a diverse group of beings laughing at you, mocking at your achievements. They're belittling your whole existence. But you stood high and mighty in a sepulchre where you look down at these people. You're going to be what you believe you set out to be, without a doubt. But all of a sudden, a fellow ranger shoot you down. The only assumption is that this being envy you so much that she thinks that the only way that she will surpass you is to kill you. Falling from a top tower is a cold-blooded, flightless bird landing on a vast sea of humility, drowning you once again.
Alright. Yurris, how do you react to this vision?
I accept it because it is what it is. If it is what is given to me, then that is how I will handle it.
Okay. Make me a wisdom.
Wisdom. Do you make us wisdom?
Wisdom save.
Um,
Alright. Though you accept it for what it is, somewhere deep, deep, deep down, there's a very small voice in your head that says, read, as if mocking your willingness to accept this fate. Although ultimately you still do, there is a pang of doubt starts to seep and spread as you gain one level of exhaustion.
okay.
Finally, curious
Okay,
what
so yes.
Silverthorn.
So for mine, in the vision that I see of Silverthorn, Silverthorn was just gallivanting around, and on occasion she was able to save a passing bard from a horde of goblins. And in exchange, the bard was able to share to her something that for some reason the bard knows. It's very delicate subject to her, but the bard sings to her a plea to leave the god of an ogre giant quickly, lest you'll be caught unaware in the hands of a tyrant. This castle shan't hold you no more, for I fear there is not much time left for you to explore. The moment that Silverthorn heard these words, she understood that once she continues on to her path to the said castle, she is bound to to enter the castle, but she will not leave alive. And that is
Silverthorn. How do you react to this vision? Hello?
Hello, yeah, can you give me a summary, please? Kasi medyo nag-choppy-choppy si... I know there
okay.
was
So
a
I'll say it
bard,
again.
right?
You can paste
Yeah,
it
the
somewhere.
bard okay. So the bard is he sang to you about your future, about he's warning you of your death. So
Mm-hmm.
he's telling you that you're going to enter a castle and you're gonna get into a scuffle with a giant while he's trying to leave it.
Okay.
You are able to leave that castle, but you are not leaving alive. So the
And
circumstance of your death is known, but you know you're not gonna be leaving alive once you enter the castle. So what do you
so,
do once you know that you're dead?
so basically, I got a scuffle with the dragon and I died.
No, no, not a dragon, a giant, a giant.
Giant.
Ah, a
Yeah.
giant. Well, Silverthorn would think that as as her life, she has dealt with a lot of beasts and different kinds of animals. Dealing with a giant would be the ultimate task that she can test her skills as a tamer of creatures. And as she was scuffling with a giant, it proved she that the giant was much more stronger than her, and it overwhelmed her to the point that she accepted that this is how she's gonna die, and if she's gonna die, she'll be more than willing to die in the hands of a great creature like the giant.
Alright. Make me a save.
Okay. Listen. Did it roll?
Okay.
Yes.
Uh True enough. You feel as though meeting a giant might be an interesting thing of itself. But if that meeting also results in your imminent demise, then so be it. As you accept this vision, and collectively, everyone else kind of like stirs from the vision each of you have received. Uh, Silverthorn, you're fine. You do not gain exhaustion. As you all start seeing some of you guys panting, others seem fine, right? And as all of these like take a step back from you, you all feel as though you're back. Your senses are back to where they are. And then Sir Garen looks at all of you and says, "Oh, congratulations! Seems you all have passed the test of acceptance. Now that leaves one last thing. One more test. This test is called the test of purification. Do you still wish to proceed?"
And Suzanne responds, well, we've we've been in this test for quite a while, and if it's the only way to proceed, then have at it.
Right then.
Well, like Suzanne said, we've come this far. It would be a waste to turn back.
It would, wouldn't it? Alright. I guess we're all proceeding to the final test. You see the Kalimverites behind you start filing themselves off to the side. And as they do, they all start chanting once more. Slower this time. Uh, and with a deeper tone. And as once more, you see a harmless blue flame erupting from each of their masks. And as it happens, all around you, um, as you blink, you see the whole garden turns to gray. And Sir Garen looks at you all, joins in the chant, and takes a step to the side as well. As he glances over to the other side across from you, where you see this 8-foot tall female Goliath starting to approach, garbed in thick layers of priestly vestments with a cowled cloak and a domino mask covered in a harmless blue flame. For let's see, for Suzanne, for Silverthorn, and for Kali, you all notice a tattoo on the back of this Goliath's right hand as she holds what looks to be a scythe, right at her side. As Sir Garen looks to you all, he bows to the Goliath and shifts his attention to you and says, "Alright, to pass the test of purification, you must defeat this Goliath in combat while revealing everything you want to say to someone you know who is already dead." Everyone, click on your tokens and roll for initiative.
Let's go! It's just one Goliath, you guys. How hard can it be?
Famous last words.
Let's go.
Silverthorn, I think you didn't click on your token.
I'll do it again.
It's right
There.
beside PC if you're using D&D Beyond.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
Beside, AC, armor class.
Up.
Look up, look up. Shake, shake, shake.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Okay. Just remember that before you do, click on your token so it shows up in the turn order. You try that again.
Oh my god, it's like in the intro. Cethin.
Then click on your token.
There you go. Okay. Adjusting. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am missing Yurris.
Yurris.
Can
Click
you
on
also
your
It's
token.
there.
No, click on your token.
It's
You,
there,
I
I
see your
think.
I see your 17,
17.
but I don't see you on the turn order. So click on your token and then roll again. Then just change it back to 17.
Okay. I shall roll again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make sure you click on your token first. There you go. Okay. 17. Okay. Plus 3, plus 3. Are both of you both at Dex 16? For Yurris and Cethin. Since you're both plus 3 in
Yeah, 16.
initiative. Okay. Both of you
Yeah,
roll me
I'm
d20.
16.
Roll me d20s. Rollies.
Roll d20.
Yes. For Cethin and Yurris.
Whoa!
Oh, Cethin will go
Wow.
first. Okay.
You become my
Right.
shield, Cethin. You become
Let's
my
see.
shield.
Okay. Alright. The Goliath. You scream. He goes first. You see her with the domino mask as well over her eyes. As you see her wielding this blue scythe, uh, in her right hand. As she advances a couple of steps, she stops short here, eyes all of you, and almost with a stance, she holds out her scythe, and she makes a wide swing. Uh, so she swings once. Let's see. Okay. All right. So swings first over towards Artemis. Artemis, 22 to hit.
Oh, it hits.
Okay, take 14 slashing.
Okay.
Alright. The second swing, as she swings it the other way, over towards Cethin. Alright, Cethin, this is a 12 to miss. And uh, in quick in quick succession, she tries to do so again. Over to you, Cethin, but misses with a natural one. Alright, Kali.
Let's go. Kelly will summon her wild spirit right here.
Okay.
Then, since this spirit appears in an occupied space of your choice, when it appears, must the succeed on dexterity saving throw of 12.
Okay. Sure. Uh, you see that he doesn't even flinch.
All.
It doesn't seem to
Okay.
affect her.
Okay, so since that was my bonus action, I will
It- Wait, isn't summoning your wildfire spirit an action?
Is it? I bonus action. Someone will recommend. Is it?
Is it?
Is it?
Is
Yeah.
it?
Is
Is
it?
it?
You're the one with the wildfires. Wildfire Druid, not
Yeah,
me.
it's bonus action. If
Class.
I read it correctly.
Wait, can you ping it?
Pingy.
Display it, please.
Dishama display BTT. Wait. Beyond 20. There we go.
As an action, you expend one use of your wild shape to summon your wildfire spirit.
Oh, okay. It's an action.
And then the bonus action is commanding
Command.
effect.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I will.
So that was all. That was your stuff. Unless you can still move though.
Okay. How big is the Goliath po?
Medium size.
I will thorn whip it.
That's a,
But I will not pull it.
that costs an action as well.
Oh, okay. So I
Yeah.
still have bonus action. Oh yeah. So I can still attack, right? Wait. Right? Wait.
With the
Yeah,
Right?
bonus
with bonus
action.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a bonus action attack? Question mark.
I will just cast Shalila on myself.
Okay, but you can't attack yet on that
Yeah, yeah,
same.
yeah. It's
Okay,
all good.
sure. Okay. Alright. As you do
Anytime.
this, as you finish this, you still hear the chanting going on, and then you hear Sir Garen call out, "Remember, you gotta reveal everything you want to say to someone you know who's dead. Otherwise, nothing's gonna happen." Cethin.
I will do. Wait. Oh wait. Can I move? I can move, right? Can I move closer?
Yeah.
Okay. I will move closer. Wait. Okay. I will move closer and then do dagger attack.
Go ahead. All right. You feel like as a rogue, the 22 would hit, but you don't see Wisdom even flinch.
Oh, I will do a second attack for bonus action.
I mean, she doesn't take damage at all. She looks at you.
Charot lang. No, sayang. Wait, what else can I do ba? Wait. Oh, wait, so di siya nag-take ng damage?
Hmm.
Oh.
Seemingly.
Oh.
At the moment.
Okay.
It seems as if conditions have not been met.
Oh. Okay.
What did she say again? Ito.
Wait, what did she say again? Something about you have to say something to someone that died?
Hmm.
Oh.
The
Okay.
dragon!
right.
The dragon! The
Oh,
dragon!
Oh, okay. Wait. So wait. If I say the thing now, I cannot act anymore because I already did two.
Yes.
Okay. I will just move back na lang since I cannot do an action anymore. I invite her.
Okay. She just eyes you as you come up, right, and step back. Yurris, what do you do?
We are to say something to a dead person, right?
Seemingly. At least that's what Sir Garen has told you.
Oh, okay. So we're not sure if the dead person will reply, right? No, we're not sure of that.
I like how this is what you're worried about. Go ahead.
It's
Up to you.
alright.
Because I'm gonna think so. I forgot. What's the name of the dragon?
Oh
Gonna
no!
say something.
Oh no.
No.
We
We
can't
can't
tell
tell
you.
you.
Can't tell.
I just kept calling him the decrepit old dragon whenever I was playing with him.
Just
I
like
mean,
no.
sure, call him that. Call him that, sure.
Okay,
See if anything happens.
okay. Hey, okay. So I shout out of like literally out like public. Hey, you decrepit old dragon! I know you're hearing us. Unless you really passed on, so can you give us a hand or anything?
Okay. You don't hear a response. But what do you do?
I don't hear a response. So what I do? Are we in? We're in an open clearing, right?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah. So can I fly up?
Yes.
Okay, so I fly up and
How high?
I inhale.
How high?
Then I scream, "You decrepit old dragon! Get your ass up here and help us!" And
Okay.
then and I keep
How high? How high
screaming.
do you? How high do you fly? How high do you fly?
Just 20 feet off the ground.
Okay. At the moment that you fly up, you see Rizgim shift her attention towards you, and as you fly out of her reach, she swipes at you. Let's see. This is a 14 to hit.
14 to hit. Yes, it
Okay.
hits.
Take 13 slashing. But you still
Okay.
fly up to your 20 feet. All right. You
Mm-hmm.
scream out. You scream out into the void. Uh, and as you do, how is Yurris feeling as she's calling out for the dragon?
Yurris is starting to feel sad because during the funeral she wasn't like grieving with everyone else because she didn't understand why everyone was like upset because she doesn't really understand the concept of human emotions at the beginning. So, and then she realized the meaning of what it means when someone dies. So
Mm-hmm.
when she
Okay.
called out, she was understanding. Oh, this person is gone. They're not gonna
Okay.
answer because when she asked, there was no answering.
All right. What what weapon is Yurris wielding?
Right now
Mm-hmm.
she is currently dual wielding short sword.
Okay. As you call out, to the dragon whose name you don't remember, right? And an overwhelming emotion of sadness, a wave of sadness rushes through your body. Perhaps it seems to translate even though you don't actually hear a response. You kind of like feel it as somehow the short swords in your hands or wings, I guess. Pause. Whatever whatever our Crocus hands are called. Seemingly they start to glow. They start to glow a little bit shinier, a lot shinier, as if responding to your call. You feel that it feels empowered. What do you do?
I still have my action, right?
Yes,
Okay, so I will use my short sword to attack her.
go ahead. All right.
Since I can attack one more because it's
Dread.
dual wield.
Dual. Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Two weapon
Another one.
fighting.
Yes,
Yes.
there.
All right. Okay. Go ahead and roll me the damage for those.
That's
All
for
right.
the one. There's the other one.
Okay. So the others do either. So let's just okay. All right. You feel that as you strike with both of your short swords towards this Goliath, Uh, with uh, as it's lit up, right? You feel as it finally starts to penetrate whatever shield or armor she kind of has, as you actually see her start to bleed. And this actually seems to be quite effective, as if your words themselves empower your attack. Alright, what else do you do?
Um, that's it. I end my turn for now.
Alright, where do you stay? Since you flew back down, right? Uh,
So
where do
my
you position yourself?
okay, so like my attack is basically like a dive attack. So
Mm-hmm.
I dive, then I slash, then I go back to my original position, and I land back again.
Okay, so what's your total movement?
My total movement is 30.
20. Okay, sure. We'll presume that you dove a lot earlier than when I actually went. Okay. Gray.
Alright, Gray is going to put on
You
her shroud as an item direction because reasons.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Sige. The next thing she does is, although remembering how she the story of how she died and how she doesn't belong, he's gonna she's gonna say in her mind, or more like, yeah, she's gonna telepathically speak to this creature and say that, uh, I I I I know I don't belong, but maybe I do, because he showed me that I do belong. And then she wills herself uh, on her right hand. Uh,
Mm.
the three-leaf clover tattoo erupts into
Five
green
leaf.
flame. Sorry,
Five.
five-leaf clover tattoo erupts into green flame, and she
Mm.
moves forward. And from that hand, claws emerge as she strikes this
Alright.
creature.
Okay. Alright. So as you as you think this, you don't speak it out loud, but you think it. Almost simultaneously, you see your own five leaf clover tattoo with the green flame start to grow, burning just a little bit brighter beyond the 5 feet. Right, as you swipe with your claws, you seem to start uh, slashing away uh, at what seems to be a veil, perhaps, that is entrapping this Goliath, as if your thoughts empower your attack. Alright,
Okay. And I
you see
stand
that attack
perfect in
pushes you.
front of her, as if wanting to
Okay,
clap for the party. Yeah, that's it.
alright. Artemis.
Whoa.
base level where it was her turn. Okay.
Alright, there
I'm
you go,
back.
Artemis.
I'm back. I'm back.
Your turn. Your turn.
Okay, so I ask, is it interaction if I talk to Sir Geran, or is it like a quick action? You know what?
Free, free, free.
I ask him, so I just have to say something to someone who's dead, right? Right.
He nods, and gives you a thumbs up. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so first I'm going to use my meta magic quicken spell so I can cast cure wounds on myself. Just first level. So and I just where's my features? Okay, quicken spell. So I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to make cure wounds. I keep. And
Okay.
I'm gonna heal 7, so that's 24. Gonna 24. Okay, I'm gonna move back a bit. Just there. And then I'm gonna say something to someone who I know is dead, someone from my past who is a family member of mine. Is it possible?
Mm.
I look at Sir Garan. Is that possible, Sir Garan?
Do what you want. Just try it.
Okay, okay. I say something to my dead family member, and I ask them, and I remember the past that I had with them, and I asked them, "Is this how you wanted me to live my life? Is this is this the future that you sought out for me?" And I talk to them from beyond the mortal plane, or like I tell them
Hmm.
something.
All right. Okay. Artemis, what do you wield? Do you
I
cast
wield a
spells?
wand.
Do you have
I have a wand.
you have a wand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
As you talk to your family, right? Clutching the wand with you, or perhaps just to the side, you kind of like feel sparks from your wand, as if the more that you converse with your family, uh, perhaps looking for reassurance, confirmation. Although you don't really hear any responses, you do feel that your wand starts to grow more empowered by the moment.
So I'm going to cast for my action. I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt.
Okay, go ahead.
Mm,
Wait, I will use one. I will
yeah,
use.
level
Yes.
spells.
Oh, here we go again.
Hmm?
Two level spells.
Yeah, Kent.
Huh?
You
You quicken
Cure
cure
Wounds.
wounds.
Cure Wounds
Huh?
is also a level spell. Chaos Bolt is also a level spell. You can't do two level spells in one go.
Oh,
So
okay.
if ever this one has to be a cantrip.
Okay. I'll just use a cantrip. I will use. I will use ano na lang, Firebolt.
Okay. Roll it again. We didn't see this.
I will use my feature. It's favored by the gods because
Okay.
I will. So I will roll a 2d4.
Alright.
Believe.
Wow, nice. 13.
Okay. Alright. Uh you feel go ahead and roll the damage.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it was Ray of Frost. So this one.
Huh? Was it Firebolt?
It's
Firebolt
firewall.
pala. Firebolt pala.
You're
I keep
jumping into the
forgetting. I keep
spells.
forgetting. It's a what?
It damages damage, hey.
Okay.
Is it
Alright.
damage is damage? So take it.
Alright. Okay. You feel like your spell is starting. Seems to have penetrated. She's not looking great. Okay, so Zane.
So Suzanne's turn is going to be a bit melodramatic. Suzanne turns its back on the Goliath, no, and then glances toward him, and will will maneuver. Will move here up to like full movement speed, and
Mm,
will shout at Normish. I mean Nomish DM,
mm.
and she said, "Rakvada! Sandiban mo ako! Ginagawa ko to para sa'yo! This is for you, bro! You're the closest thing to family for me! And this is, I'm going all in! For my bonus action, DM Hunter's Mark on the Goliath.
Sure. Okay.
And we'll aim carefully and then aiming towards towards her forehead, shooting my arrow.
Go ahead.
20
Alright.
for
Woo.
9.
Okay. You feel like this your pure emotion seems to empower the arrow as you see it start to glow and it hits this Goliath squarely uh in the back. Right. And then she kind of like also does the same gesture, kind of like glance over her shoulder towards you.
And then she grasped a bit and then she got nervous and no, I was just kidding. It was for Ragvala and the thing is we have to defeat you in a battle and don't take this seriously and then ending my third DM.
Okay. Right, Silverthorn.
So, hearing the advice from Sir um, Silver Silverthorn would internalize all of these creatures and animals that she has taken care and worked with when she was in the circus. And because she's an elf, she has seen a lot of them pass away because of her gift of age.
Hmm.
So she will speak to them in her mind that guys, let me power. I need I need to surpass this challenge. Then she uh, back tumbles here and then shoots her bow.
So go ahead.
Action. Nasaan yung bow ko?
Is your bow
Ayun.
equipped?
Where's your bow, bro?
Where's
Here.
your bro?
Did you bring your bow?
Okay, that hits. Damage. Alright. Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I will order Yanela to lend me a hand here as the ones before you did for me. And then order her to bite attack.
Sure. Roll it.
Rolling. Bitey. That's
Okay.
15 to hit.
Alright. Damage.
Damage is 5. Piercing.
Okay. Alright. You notice your Drake, right? Your Dradog. Dradog. Ayanella. You see Ayanella kind of like moving up towards this Goliath and bouncing up so high, you notice that it actually moves up to kind of bite towards the mask that seems to be over the Goliath's eyes and kind of like tosses it down to the ground. And as it does, you see it break. And the moment that it breaks, right, you see this Goliath start to shine and glow. And then the moment that this happens, right, you see Sir Garen kind of like eyes widening in alarm, and then he starts looking around to the others like, alright, everyone, turn around, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. As you see this Goliath suddenly shift from an 8-foot Goliath to a 10-foot Solar. As before your eyes, you
Wow!
see her turn into what looks to be an angel of some kind. Although you notice that although her form is something odd about her wings, as you see black ichor dripping from them in certain points, and she kind of like seems to sigh in. She seems to smile at you all in some form of relief. And Sir Garen immediately says, "All right, nothing to see here. Now leave." As he tells the Calambrites. And as soon as they start marching off, almost in quick fashion, Sir Garen moves up to Rich Game and says, "My apologies, my lady. But I suppose they passed." Yes, Sir Garen. Seems that they have. Hmm. So, I believe you wish to speak with me. Please, my lady. Before anything else, I believe it would be better if we go to some place quiet and private. In case anyone eavesdrops, if you take my meaning. Yes, of course. To the mausoleum then. As she Sir Garen leads you all in to a mausoleum to kind of have your own private space to chat. Alright? So uh as you are ushered in, right? Uh Grisgrim looks at you all. She seems a little bit tired, perhaps, as she settles in, and she asks, "I'm sorry for all of that fuss, but to what do I owe this visit? It seems it is quite urgent that you wish to speak with me." As she speaks, right, I'd like everybody to roll me a very quick wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Um,
Wisdom.
Wisdom is wisdoming.
Very
1, 2, 3, 4,
wisdom.
5, 6. I missed. Okay. For Cethin and for Grey, the two of you become strangely charmed and mesmerized by this solar as she speaks. As if you start fangirling just a little bit.
Thank you.
Right. I mean, if you want to fail, feel free.
Oh, yes.
Feel free. Feel free. I mean, if you want to willingly fail, even if you save,
Kali,
go ahead.
Kali will fail.
Okay, sure. So Rizkim looks to you all, asks, what you're here for.
Well, Artemis moves forward and tells Rizgrim, hello, we are here on behalf of Roxtasha because a funeral is being organized on behalf of a year-old friend of his.
Rockstash? Who? And she kind of like pauses. Who died?
I look at the party. And anyone? No one?
Well.
Okay, I'll say it. You Cethin, go Cethin.
Well, your did. No. Go Artemis.
It's Cethin choked. Okay, it's Ragvala.
Alright. The moment that you say this, right, you immediately see tears start forming in Rizgrim's eyes. And then she kind of like brings a hand up to your mouth, like, no, that can't be right. That's. We. And then and then you see the tear starts just streaking down her cheeks. And then you kind of you hear her sniffling. I didn't expect that he of all people would. He was so kind, and why didn't I go and see him more? And then she starts sobbing. It takes her
Callie
a full
offers
minute.
a handkerchief.
All right. So she's large, right? So like, I mean, but she glances at it and then she takes it, right? And she kind of maximizes to use it and kind of like blows her nose. And then she says, "Thank you, and I'm sorry if it might be wet." It takes like maybe a few seconds to a full minute before she kind of composes herself, and then she says, "He will be missed. Yes, I believe this is of the utmost importance. Thank you for coming to find me. Please, tell me, who else is? What are the details of this funeral? When is it happening? Where is it happening? Who else is invited?"
Look at the group again, guys.
Not just Gray and Suzanne.
Cethin is unsure of the details.
It's going to happen in 3 days' time. But as for the location and who's invited, I look at everyone else. Guys, I remember where.
I'm sure you have an idea of it, don't you?
Not just Gray and Suzanne.
Or Gray, Suzanne, Silverthorn, Yurris, do you remember?
Do you remember?
Silver, don't look at me like that.
You know what
I can't even remember his name. Why are you asking me to remember the date?
Fair point. Okay. Is it? It will be held in. God. I was busy crying too much. I couldn't remember.
It will help
It will be
between
easy
my
to.
arms.
Don't look at me like that. I can't remember his name. You expect me to remember the date?
I remember 3 days time
Mhm.
and the 5 leaf clover initiate, and it would be in the cloud palace thingy. I forgot the name.
Uh,
Wait, what
G-
was it?
Gray
It would be.
speaks telepathically. I think it's not the initiates. I think it's the senior members. So I remember Rock Sasha is one of them,
Yeah.
and Rizgrim. I think that's the one we're speaking with right now.
Mhm.
Yes.
I forgot the others, but I think they all start with the letter R.
Oh, they have some with
Their
letter R.
names.
Ra ra ra
Ragbala.
Yeah, Rygmorum
ra
is
ra.
Morgana
is
is the
dead.
dead person.
Yeah,
The dead.
Riz Grim.
yeah, that's
She
Rizgrim.
look,
No.
Uh,
so, do you tell this to her?
yeah,
That is a
I
senior?
tell. Yeah.
Okay, sure. The moment you say this, right, you see her eyes kind of like widen just a moment, and then she clutches her chest a bit, and she says, "The original members. So, Rudy and Rem are also invited."
Mm-hmm.
I guess sounds about right. Rudy and Rem starts with the letter R.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh,
She sighs. She sighs a heavy sigh and says, "They they shouldn't be around anymore, but they are." Rudy Rusty Pipe, or rather, Rudy the Polluted, who was once a halfling wizard, has become a lich who lives in an obelisk tower, black smoke in the Twilight Marsh. She's He's the reason why my wings are like this, as she gestures to them with black ichor dripping from many parts of her wings. She gives a very heavy sigh and says, "While he is still alive, I made a promise not to harm him no matter what. But that's all I can say. I can give you directions if he is indeed included in the funeral, if he is invited. However, I cannot join you because as a follower of Kalimvor, I cannot interact with him as he is undead. So, you see that she strains a little bit, she kind of like looks off to the side. Do what you must to talk to him to come, but I cannot guarantee that I will try to be civil with him because that has been my promise to someone very special to me. You may stay here for a bit if you need to rest, but traversing through the Twilight Marsh should not take very long." And she gives a nod to you all as she kind of like moves to moves to the corner to keep herself for a little bit. She give yourselves time to plan ahead on what you guys need to do. So, Grisgrim easily gives you directions of where you might find Rudy, the fourth member of the Five Leaf Clover. She does not mention where Rem would be, but she does say that should you wish to look for her, perhaps Rudy is a better person to ask. Alright? So, at this juncture, we'll take a quick 5-minute break before we continue. Alright?
Okay.
Back in 30 seconds.
Good girl, Leonella. Woohoo. Oh,
Thank you
you're
for
not a
your
dog. Remember, you're a dragon. Woohoo.
random.
Whoa, whatever. Callie still cannot talk. It's still
The
Can I
pog-
eat
charmed.
berries? Can I eat
the
berries in this moment?
poking.
Ah, sure, can eat berries.
I 4 berries, so I one berry, so like that's 20.
She can keep my handkerchief anytime. I still have a lot at home.
Bro.
Sige po. I will eat 4. Ay, 2 lang pala. So I will restore 8. So I'll be back to 30. Go.
Why
Wait,
is
anak.
Callie a simp?
Wait, I don't know. Wait, ano na yung name ng dalawa pa?
Callie is a simp and
Oh, Rudy.
yeah.
Rudy and Ram, yeah.
Rudy and Rem. Wow, they all start with letter R. Nagwala, Rokasha. Riscream.
Rudy.
Right.
The next Ratatouille.
Right.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Rygmorum in the future. Alright, Wale. Let me step back from my
Tawanan ko na
embarrassment.
lang.
It's not only it's R, it's also A, E, O.
All of them are R.
Rare, riro, ru. Wow! And
Them are R.
Can I get there?
Look at my wildfire spirit. It's a duck. Quack, quack.
It's Ming Ming.
Si Ming.
I'll write a dungeon craft. Tapos i-reveal ko yung 6th member ng
Hey, hey.
ng original Time Clover group.
Si Rygmorum.
Rare, Riroru, and Ri?
There was meant to be 6, but na-exile ang isa.
Suzanne ang member.
Kasi hindi daw siya bawal.
Rygmorum nga eh.
Paling pusa member.
10 man down there, no.
No, not that.
No! Okay, Silverthorn, for context, 10 man down there, whatever you do, kill him.
Yeah. Throw him in the
And then
river.
to throw him in the
DM.
river.
No!
Yes.
For,
Throw him in the
for-
river. Throw.
For full context, I made Tem and Dander really annoying that they really got pissed off.
That's a good
Pushing
job
him
in
off
making
the
us.
river.
Yeah, you did a good job in making us be annoyed by Ted Mandander.
I mean, that's
Good
how
boy.
he's supposed to be
I
played.
mean,
so
to the point that we want to push him into a river says enough.
Mhm.
But we resorted to just putting a sock in his mouth.
That was it. Joseph.
satisfying.
Joseph. Disgusting.
Sock and also wrap him like a burrito.
Yeah, good job.
Good job.
Sayang, I had a rope, but I forgot that I had one.
You forgot.
People are back. It is the 37th mark. G-checks.
Jetchaks.
GG.
Yeah. Yurris, are you back? There we
Did
go.
we forget that we shoved this guy's face in the river? Time to be the voices in your head.
We
You guys
did.
shoved.
Oh yeah,
you guys
we
shoved
made
the
him
sock
drink.
in his
We
mouth.
shoved his
and
face
everything
in
like
the river twice.
We made him drink the water from the lake. It was poisonous.
What do you mean?
Kasi it was
He's
poison.
I know it.
Okay. So, it take a while to gather your bearings, grab some, eat yourself some good berries to rest up. It's not enough of a rest to remove exhaustion though, but you do manage to start making your way off towards the Twilight Marsh. So the journey forward towards what Rizgrim describes as this black tower, as this sleek black tower with black smoke, puffing out from the top. Right. She mentions that Rudy calls this the chimney, quite literally. Right. And you easily see it from the distance. So as you make your way through to the Twilight March, it starts to rain just a little bit. But sure enough, following the path, you see ahead a lone tower in the middle of this marsh, where indeed black smoke seems to rise from it. Uh, as you get closer and closer, you start to notice and realize that this thing doesn't have any accessible doors or windows, which makes you wonder how the hell are you going to get in? It is raining, so you need to come up with a way to get in sooner rather than later, unless you're going to feel really, really cold. So, how does the party wish to proceed? At this point, we can say that you're just up and close to this chimney, to this structure. How do you go about it?
I cast detect magic.
No need. I'm ritually spamming detect magic, so you can see.
It's
Oh, you're the.
ritual. It's
Yeah.
Oh,
I think Gray is ritual casting detect magic already.
Perfect.
oh, okay. I
Okay.
thought. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Alright.
Okay, never mind. How
Well,
about
the tower itself is magical, obviously. I mean, you're dealing with a wizard, so it takes magic. But at this point, I assume you're not touching anything yet. You're just detecting things, and you definitely feel that there's a lot of abjuration coming from the tower itself.
DM.
So if it,
Can I caress the wall and see if there's like a magical field or like barrier
Okay,
surrounding?
okay. You can, but I need to clarify how much of your body is caressing the tower.
I think
Just
since
ignore.
Suzanne is her own adjective, no? So it's her whole
Mm,
body, DM,
okay,
and like
okay,
like hugging up giants.
understandable. Okay, sure,
I can imagine.
sure. The moment that you do this, right, you all see Suzanne kind of like move up to the tower. Uh, and the moment that you do, Suzanne, you notice a panel kind of slide outwards, and this is what you see.
What?
Dun dun dun
oh
dun.
no,
Suzanne's
Oh, okay.
mind is blown. Um,
You
um, um.
Um,
so you see
What
you
is
see
that?
three magical circles with a lot of runic letters here. Can everyone ping what languages they understand, please?
Okay.
languages.
Okay.
Yes.
Languages.
Wait,
There.
I'm going to show it. Okay, there's.
when do I see it?
It's in the bottom left. It's your proficiencies.
Oh,
Then when you click on it, it should show up on the right, and then you can display that one specifically. Wow. So
Wow.
everyone, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who else has not? Okay. For everyone who can speak a whole lot of language, only one of you understands this script. Gray, you
Oh,
recognize this.
Yeah.
You recognize this to be halfling script.
Oh,
Ooh.
I mean,
interesting.
if you think about it, right, it makes sense because Rudy, as far as you have heard, is a halfling. So
Okay.
um, as you make it out, right, I assume you kind of fill in the rest of your party in terms of like this, this, this and that, this and that, this and that.
Yeah.
So at some point, it gives a little bit of there's a little bit of time, but after Gray gives you an explanation of like what things go together to some degree, right? You end up seeing things in a whole different light, as if color has finally come in, which is ironic coming from Gray, right? But
Actually, DM,
here we are.
I'll use minor illusion to
Sure,
color all the letters.
sure.
as I explained them.
But again, it's still funny because it's Gray.
Oh,
But anyway, uh,
I got it,
Gray who is
guys.
monotone, right? Gray is monotone, suddenly doing color. But anyway, as Gray starts coloring in which things seem to kind of fit together, you start seeing that some letters seem to have the same color, others and aren't exactly grouped together. But you feel like those that are the same color probably should be together, so it makes some more sense. So it's up to you to figure out what all of these mean. Uh, put them together, and figure it out. You notice three smaller circles here that also seemingly have some letters in them that may or may not be literal or may mean something else. So you feel like these fit precisely inside each of the circles. So you gather that each of these circles pertain to one specific circle. Okay?
Oh my god, what is this? Artemis.
my brain, my brain
My
is
brain.
After
I'm trying to think.
Clear doing while
Should we
explaining
like
the whole
split
thing,
up?
you see her
We should.
a bit
Should
faint.
we,
Sutton squints his eyes trying to analyze what these mean.
I mean, to be
Callie
fair,
looked away because of
it's
her
in
headache.
halfling
Oh
script.
no, is this
should,
math?
should,
No, it's not
should we
No,
math.
like split up the colors?
no,
You're not
it's
solving a
not.
merchant exam. You didn't have to solve one like I did. I was doing
It's not.
experiment.
It's not math. You're fine. It's not math. So as far as you can tell, and as far as Gray has put color into it, you feel like you need to put together the same colored ones until it makes sense, and then do that for all of the colors. They're likely to form something.
You're really going to make me get the
Wait,
pen and
pull,
paper?
pull out your inner coding skills. Huh.
Wait. I'm not gonna go colorblind because of this. Ow!
Yeah, you should.
Pink pala to.
Oh,
So
let me get the pen and paper.
For purposes of things, for time, pick one of these three. Pick one of these three circles. You don't have to do all three. Just pick one of them, so you guys can all do it together.
I'll do the one on the bottom. I'll do the one on the bottom.
You can all do this. You can all do the same one. So since time things, so go ahead. Everyone congregate and try and figure out this one then.
Wait, I think I kind of figured
it
out the
according
one
to
on
the
the bottom. Wait, I kind of figured out the one.
Yes.
Okay, go.
Go, Cethin.
Yes.
Okay, then there's 18 or
I figured one out. I figured one out. I figured one out.
Say it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the one on the bottom says Place of Adventure.
Okay. So, since that's what you can make out, which of these three do you think that would be?
Place of Adventure.
Wait, no. First Place of Adventure. First place.
Okay, same question. Which of these three do you think it would be?
I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking.
Yeah.
Canon Mercy.
Here, as they trying to solve the puzzle, Suzanne will step back like 20 feet away from the tower, and then
Why are you stepping away? Why are you stepping away?
It's a puzzle. What do you mean? I don't know what would happen if you got it wrong.
Yeah,
Fair
Callie
point.
also follows.
Yeah, I follow as well. That's excessive to everyone.
I solved the first circle like this one. Like there. I solved this one because I just solved it. My first topic? What?
My first hot
Wait,
pet.
no. Wait. I think it's ano. What my first pet? My first pet? What? What my first pet?
First hot pet.
I think. Wait, no. It's not. It's WHAT like what, and then there's first, and then there's PET. What is my first pet? That is the question on the second circle.
I thought we were just focusing on one. Focus on one.
No, I'm focusing on all of them.
Don't make this more complicated. Just focus on one.
Okay. So,
Wait.
Rufin. First. This is first. Okay. Then LEAC. Place. First place. Then ENT.
I saw the third one already.
We're past this point. Now I'm just asking, which of these are you putting into it?
Risky. What is Vin? Forget.
I'm gonna solve the upper left one. You go,
I
guys.
know you
Here.
And this is where the chaos begins. Let's go.
I can't get
Stealing.
off.
Stealing off. Is it stealing off?
Why would it be stealing off?
First place. Ay, first place man pala. First place. I don't know. Oh, guys.
Okay, I'm trying to
Which of these seem to be a place? I guess.
Clearer.
Risky. Vin. Forget. Vin. What is Vin?
Okay. You gather that since a lot of these halfling scripts are all scrambled up, maybe the little ones are also scrambled up.
Oh.
Oh.
I feel like in it's risky Vin forget because the words here can also form forest.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be risky. Risky Vin forget.
Do you trust your gut on
I
that?
think this is like never forget something.
Never. No, it can be never forget.
I can't read.
We don't have colors to distinguish the small circles in it.
Wait. Okay, so wait. So the three questions that we have is that we can think of is no. Kasi diba yung small circles is related to the other big circles. So
Focus on one.
I can't focus on my attention span.
Look.
I'm already trying to make this easier by only focusing on one and not three.
Can we unscramble Can we unscramble this first?
Vin forget risk. Huh?
Vin
My gut is telling me that this has to
I'm bringing my paper. God.
forget.
It can form forest. What is my first adventure? First place, it can form forest. Or I don't know. How can we
Forest something.
What is that? Invigorating forest or something?
Okay, invigorating forest. That seems
What
good.
is the quivering forest?
Everyone.
Forest.
Okay.
Quivering forest?
But there's a letter Q.
There's a Q there, quivering forest, right?
Quivering forest is from Dragon's
Quivering
Forest.
forest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah.
shit. Okay. Yeah, it's
Quivering forest.
So, what do? Do you put that in?
put it in, please?
Yes,
We'll put it in first adventure.
Okay. All right. As you do, the other two put themselves where they're meant to be, in the interest of time. So these go into here. I'll explain things later.
I knew this
Okay.
was gonna go.
There's a moment where the tower itself starts to process this input, and there's a shine on the tower that suddenly glows green. Ding! And as it does in the same fashion, you suddenly see right beside um the panel, you see a door slide open. And you see inside a green flame welcoming you in. And to some degree, uh, much better than staying out in the cold. All right. So first things first. Yeah. Okay. Dynamic lighting. Give me a moment. But everyone is free to. Do you guys go inside? While I set up the map over here. Everyone go inside.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
So as you go inside, it is instantly warmer. You see a green fire on a brazier, right in the center. That's making everything warm and bright. Right. And as you do, you start looking around. No one seems to be around, but you do spot what seems to be in one of the corners. A very enticing looking green circle, or that seems to be as big as a halfling hand. That's the only thing of interest that actually calls to you.
Is it loading? I'm still stuck in the puzzle.
Yeah. I haven't moved you guys there yet because I'm still
Uh,
fixing dynamic lighting. All right. So that's what you see. Uh, you see a very warm place that you can kind of take shelter in, and you see this green circle as big as a halfling hand, almost at the height of a halfling as well. Did I miss out on anybody? Yes. Silverthorn. Yeah. Oh, checking. Did I keep Suzanne? Okay. Alright. Go. Go forth.
Let go.
Alright.
Not going
You
first.
should
You guys
see
go first.
anything. Go inside. Well, you're all inside at this point since it's nice and
Oh.
warm.
Okay. You guys go first.
You see, this is where you see in the corner the green circle, almost like it's on the wall. It's low on the wall, and it seems to be humming. The light itself is humming, going brighter and then not, and then brighter again, as if compelling compelling you to touch it.
I really rather not. You guys touch it.
no, you
Tachi.
never touch something you don't know.
Tachi.
Well, we don't go with the rules of logic here, so go Gray.
Okay, you go on ahead if you die first.
Does it
I cannot,
DM?
Gladly.
Does it ping on my detect magic? Is it magical?
I cannot move my character.
No.
It's not magical.
Oh, there am I. Oh, hello.
Gray stares at it.
Gray's
Okay,
turn.
you just stare at it. Don't do a
Yes.
Canadian standoff with this thing. Do something.
Wait.
What if we
Can I-
get a stick and we poke it?
Do you poke it?
With a
Who
stick.
pokes it? Who
Like
pokes it?
from a distance. What if I'm just suggesting I'm not doing the action?
No, you have to do it. You say no, go ahead. What do you want?
Oi, Kali, get your butt in here and do something. I can hear you
Wait,
laughing at
what?
that.
Why did you let Ming Ming step on the circle?
No!
You're not stepping on it, you're just touching it.
Not my Ming Ming.
For the sake
I
of
Somebody
will-
poke it with a stick. Oh, can I use detect magic?
No, the detect
It's
magic
not
has been
magical.
The Gray has the
Ah,
magic
okay.
already.
It's not magical. It's not magical.
Okay.
I'm
Look,
gonna
Nella will touch
It's
What
not
if-
magical. It's not gonna turn you to a horse or anything.
What if
Touch
I
it.
cast minor illusion so like it looks like as if I'm touching it?
You?
You can try.
I'll
You?
try. I will try to cast minor illusion, so it's like I'm touching it.
Alright, Artemis. As you cast Minor Illusion to quote unquote touch it, somehow the illusion itself still, you know, physically to some degree does. And as it does, you hear a voice overhead say, "Welcome to the chimney. I am Remy, the head guardian of this tower. You
fuck?
are the latest visitor of the chimney since Oktar 25th, 1185 DR. You are visitor number 4. Please state your name and the name of your companions for logging purposes."
And then I say to the voice, my name is Artemis, and my companions are Gray, Yurris, Cethin, Silverthorn with Ionella, Suzanne, Ming, and Cal. Cethin.
My name is Suzanne. Not Suzanne.
Suzanne.
Suzanne again. Hold on, I'm sorry. But yes, Suzanne.
Okay.
Like,
As you listen,
apologize for bouncy.
right? As you listen to yourself and your companions, you hear a little bit of a teet, 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 teet.
Oh, is
Please
it
select your destination.
almost giving me a hard time?
I don't know.
Please select your destination.
Penthouse,
Oh, wait.
penthouse.
Elevate.
What is our available options? What are available options? Rem. No.
That's not a destination.
Ah, okay. You say
Everything must be broken.
as you say Rudy, right? Remy tells you, "You may find Rudy in the smoking area, located on the 2nd floor."
Huh?
As Remy says this, you hear a and you see as if the staircase, which has always been there, suddenly feels more corporeal, as if you can finally interact with it and actually go up the stairs.
Okay.
Do you do so?
What if my character has asthma?
Sorry na lang.
What the
Sorry na
hell?
lang.
Oh,
You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out.
You die. You die. There's no questions, you die.
Go ahead.
We go through.
Okay.
We go through.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Okay. So, as you start making your way up, right? You see. Wait, this is not the right one.
I should fight music.
Here. Hang on. It's not fight music. What are you talking about?
Oh, look, a
Is
tree.
this,
Oh,
is
wait.
it supposed to be this one?
Oh,
No.
it's a tree. Oh, a tree. It's a tree.
It's
Oh,
this one.
Okay.
oh look. Oh, the floor is made up of.
Marble? What is this?
The floor is made up of.
She was a fairy.
He was a fairy.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Look at this. What is this? What are
Okay.
those?
Okay.
Look at that. Let me move.
Okay. As
Let's
you
see.
start Alright, as you start making way up to the 2nd floor, right? The smoking area, as far as you can tell, right? You see an open archway in a room filled with thick smoke. And on the inside, you actually see what looks to be more a bright light from a familiar green flame. And then you see it cast a huge shadow as you approach. And then the figure itself kind of like starts laughing maniacally. And then the smell of burnt tobacco kind of enters your nostrils. And as you get closer, it continues laughing. And then and then suddenly the laughter itself kind of like gets a lot more high pitched. And you see, yes.
As soon as I smell tobacco, can I make an investigation if it's really tobacco?
Yes. Sure, go ahead.
Not 20.
Definitely tobacco.
Oh,
And you
definitely tobacco.
Oh.
You see this little figure standing 3 foot tall with dark green and black robes. mostly bones at this point, remnants of an orange beard, strands of hair on his forehead. Uh, and you see that he seems to be standing beside this Death Knight bearing this ice-themed plate armor and shield, with a sheathed long sword attached to the side. She's also wearing this full cover helm, long strands of blue hair flowing down from behind, as you see red eyes going behind the visor. Right, and as you all get into the room closer, you hear, you hear Rudy kind of like, call, quick, quick, quick! Why was the musician kicked out of the tavern? He was barred.
So I thought it was because his music sucked.
As he hears other laughter, not from where he expected, he shifts his attention towards you guys, and then suddenly says, he kind of like slams the wall behind him and says, "Intruders! Intruders! Intruders!" As one by one you see these things kind of manifest from the shadows. As you hear growls, low growls, as you see these things.
What?
manifest
no!
from the dark.
Oh no!
Oh no.
As you come here, right? Kelly,
That's so foul.
Kelly,
I love it.
as you come into this room, right, you see Rudy, who's very surprised at your entrance, not expecting visitors at all. But Kelly, you notice to the side that there is a similar looking green circle right beside you on the wall.
Yes.
What do you do with it?
Do I know what it is?
It's similar to the one downstairs. It's similar to the one that called Remy.
Can I poke it too?
Sure. You poke the moment you poke it, and then you hear ding. Yes, how may I help you?
We are not intruders. Ding.
As you say this, right? You hear Rudy calling out of it. Remy, why would you let these things come in here unannounced? You're supposed to tell me when people are coming. And then you hear Remy go, Rudy, these are visitors. I'm sorry, I've just told you now. Oh, well, why didn't you say so earlier? Okay, off with you then. Off with you. Shoot. As you see all the doggos, all the doggos kind of like disappear into the shadows once more.
Silverthorn.
Can I grapple one dog and tell Rudy na can I keep him for now, like as company?
He thinks about it. It's like, oh, fine. Which one?
The weird looking one with the long hair.
Okay. He snaps his fingers.
Hey.
Alright. So,
Can I pet the doggo? Can we pet the doggo?
Yun na lang growls. Grr.
So, as that happens, right, he asks, so, what can I do for you?
We're here and I look at the dog and I just back away. And, we're here because someone died and we're inviting you to their funeral.
Straight to the
Died.
point.
Straightforward.
Who died?
Yeah, yes, he did.
Who died?
It's someone you know very close. You guys tell him. I won't tell him.
You can always just tell me
Let's play.
straight up, right?
No, let's play. It's someone you know. It's a dragon. Roar.
Oh,
You see him look at you with his skull, right? All of his bones. He looks at you, and then, dragon that I know. Wait, is it Ragvala?
You got that right.
Do
Wait,
you know any more dragons?
wait. Are you telling me? You're telling me that Ragvala is dead?
Maybe.
Yes.
Well,
You
guessed
actually
it right.
shitting me. You're shitting me, right?
Do we look like we are?
Well, you wanted to keep the dog.
But okay,
he,
what's the
he
real
can't
goal?
take us seriously because I kept the dog.
We're
No.
sorry about that. Um,
The most serious person here is Cethin. Yo, Cethin!
huh?
Hot dog.
Mm, so,
Um,
okay. All
yeah.
serious, all seriousness aside. I mean, I've been wanting to try and crack jokes to make sure that Rem here actually, you know, causes makes a laugh out of it. But since he isn't, I need to process this. And you
Uh,
kind of like he really settled down, and he's like, "Ragbalas Khan, wow, I've been stuck here myself for 400 years, and I haven't really heard anything much from the outside. So this is wow. Um, did he at least go peacefully?"
And Suzanne responds, I can't really say peacefully. I mean, the cause of death was a bit terrifying, but we managed to escort him to his friend Roxtasha. Um, I guess with the smiling face while he was totally dying. I mean, I can say he passed peacefully.
I guess he knew that his time would come one day.
We're
We're
surprised. Mhm.
we're sorry for your loss.
Well, I was actually grateful to him. I mean, if it wasn't for him, there'd be no Fireleaf Clover, and we wouldn't be. Well, I wouldn't be the powerful spellcaster that I am now. I knew Ragvala had all of these plans, changing things from adventuring to protecting the realm and all that. Adventuring was fun, but adventuring too much also opened their eyes to malevolent forces that are out and about, plotting, waiting for the right opportunity to strike and destroy everything. Ragvala was about to make a change 800 years ago. But, well, he fought with Roxtasha, broke the camel's back, and we all separated ways. Well, I guess now's the time as any. It's good that he still thought of me. Don't worry, I'll be sure to attend. Just give me the details. But as a matter of interest, who else is going? Is Rich Grim gonna be there?
Yes.
Ooh. He flinches, right? He's like, oh, okay. I guess I have to figure out how to do that. Okay. Okay. So, your skin will be there. Roxasha will be there. I'll be there. And Ram, and he pauses and kind of like looks up, right? You heard that, Ram? Val is gone. As he calls this out into the chimney, right? Everyone can roll me a perception check.
Perception check.
Hmm.
Perception.
Tell me, little guy, are you crying?
What happened, Vela? Why are you crying? Vampires right there.
Okay. So, for those who rolled at least a 10, you all notice, you notice sniffling coming from the tower itself, which you can hear from Remy, rather. And Rudy looks to you all sadly and says, I wish I could bring Rem along. I mean, technically I can, but, well, it's a bit of a complicated story. I don't think you'd be interested enough to hear it, unless you are. But, and he says, oh, I got I got a nice smoke in case you guys want to try it out. As he actually pulls out the pipe, and
Or we were
he.
asthmatic.
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. That's completely fine. But you can take this along with you if you want. Though it's very, very specific. Just be careful where you use it. Just try not to use it in public too much, because it can get really embarrassing if you actually do. But I won't judge. Um, so he asks you if you want to hear the story about Rip.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Sure.
Rudy,
It's on.
Rudy,
Are you
Rudy
crying?
explains. I'm not. I'm not.
I
And he
want to
says,
see how a guys like you would cry. Do you shed a
Is it
tear?
Rudy?
Where does the
Tell us.
tear come from? Ooh, what a peculiar little guy.
he says,
He
well,
po-
this story
Silverthorn poked at his
includes
pocket.
no. He slaps your hand. No,
Oh.
go away. Let me tell my story. Uh, so this actually also includes Rizgrim. I don't know how much he doesn't want to tell you. Probably reason why. But Rem was very likable when she was still alive. And she still is very likable. But catches a lot of people's eyes. Caught my eye, caught Rizgrim's eye. We both loved her very much. But, Rem decided to stay with me. Little old me, would you believe? And well, Rizgrim didn't really like it. But Rem made her promise that, we wouldn't fight. That Rizgrim wouldn't kill me if anything bad happened. And well, I guess to her credit, she did keep her promise. Even if that's kind of that cost her a lot, cost her everything. Mm, of course, over time, Rem's lifespan expired. Right? She was a human after all, and in her dying moments, I was still studying to be a necromancer, and well, I didn't want her to leave, and so I transferred her soul, and I made this as he pats the wall of the chimney. So Rem is still here with me. Her body is still with me, although it's the only thing that's actually mobile and can move around. But her soul is still here in the chimney, keeping things safe. And well, when I got to that point, Rizgrim was supposed to slay me down, but I guess she still kept her promise. Maybe because she still loved Rem. Same way that I still do. I mean, I try every day to try and make Remo laugh. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But at least, right? It's a strange kind of love, I know, but it's how we roll, I guess. So that's basically it. So if you're looking for Rem, he's right here with me. So if we're invited to go to Ragwala's funeral, then dang it, we will go. Just tell us when and where, and we'll be there. Okay?
Artemis.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
The details of the funeral.
3 days from now, 3 days and in Raktasha Place, the Cloud
Quivering
Palace.
Forest. Quivering Forest.
In the Quivering
Quivering
Forest.
Forest. Yes. Okay. Then I think we have a good idea where it might be. Okay. Then we'll see you then. Oh, take this as he holds out the pipe to you. This is basically a pipe that makes smoke. Probably why this place is smoking. This is her magic item, a pipe of smoking monsters.
Sheesh.
So this one is flavored to actually have only one specific thing come out of it. Right? So the shape itself takes the form of his naked halfling male that looks a lot like Rudy, flexing
What?
his muscles instead of a single creature such as a dragon. It's very specific. It's very
That's
specific.
very weird. But okay.
That's why he said don't use it in public if at all possible, right? So, anyway, As he thanks you for telling him, as he tells you the story of him and Rem and Rizgrim,
So this is how you look like with muscles.
he doesn't have any muscles. What are you talking about?
So this is
So,
the smoke.
time moves forward. Wait. Alright. 3 days pass since your trek into the Twilight Marsh and your invitation to both Rudy and Rizgrim. Now, on the day of the funeral, where you were set to lay Ragvala to rest, you go with Roxtasha, along with Ragvala's body, right? And you notice that you come across a very familiar area with a lot of where there's a big lake. And you see some creatures starting to gather as if paying their respects. And then one by one, you see the rest of the other members of the Five-Leaf Clover make their entrance. You see Rizgrim flying in. You see Rudy and Remu appear from the side as well. And as they you see them lock gazes for a moment, and you can definitely tell that there is some form of a brewing conflict that's still there. But they seem to settle that for the moment, and they gather together close to the burial spot. Right. Rizgrim steps forward and closes her eyes. May you be guided to the true path of happiness in the afterlife. I'm sorry that I cannot guide you myself. We are all grateful for what you've done for us, and we ask for forgiveness. Letting hate conquer our friendship. If the others agree, then I guess it is time for the Five-Leaf Clover to once again be active in this material plane. Not to adventure, but to protect the place that gave you and us genuine happiness. Perhaps now, with the help of some new recruits, in your honor, we can protect the world of Toril. As each of the original members of the Five-Leaf Clover nod their agreement to this, they raise their right hand, turning it into a fist to reveal their black clover tattoos. As some of them start to shed tears, a green flame erupts from their hands as the earth starts to close in on Ragvala's body. As layers of magical protections are placed around it, Ragvala now finally rests in peace. Shortly after the burial, Rizgrim turns around, suddenly alerted as if sensing something amiss, or perhaps something dangerous, as she starts muttering to herself, I sense an evil spreading within the forest. And it is with that where we will end Brotherhood. To be continued and concluded in Tainted Love.
At least he's finally
Let's
dead.
go. Dude, Ragvala's really dead, bro.
Is that dead?
Oh, never mind. He's not dead. Wow. I mean,
Maybe he'll be revived in a different chapter. Maybe he'll be a ghost.
Hey, Ragbala have 9 lives.
I'll make a necromancer and then make risk that.
The dog is with us, guys.
That dog is
with
I
us.
have to leave and I didn't
That's
know the
That's
story.
not it.
Okay, so
That's the doggo.
that is the mod. Oh yeah, I brought the dog back. Alright. Okay, so for this, oh wait, not 4 hours, just 3 hours. This is Brotherhood. Everyone splits 500 gold, so everyone gets 71 gold each. Everyone gets a level up opportunity, but stay in tier 1 and get your 10 downtime. Your magic item is the Pipe of Smoke Monsters, and you do have 2 optional story awards at least. For Silverthorn, you do manage to gain the 5-leaf clover initiate if you choose to take it. If anyone did chose not to take it in Dragon's Breath, you can take it now. And optional for everyone, you can also decide if you wish to become a Doom Guide of Kalimvor. Just read whatever that entails. It's mostly for flavor purposes and perhaps to help with your ideals in shaping your character. That death is but part of life. Uh, Fear it not, evade it not, and view it not as evil. All right. So this is where we'll be ending Brotherhood. We'll be doing Tainted Love November 10. That gives you a little bit of time to plan your stuff because I will tell you now that it will be a combat heavy mod with still a fleck of emotional damage along the way or something. All right, so that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you everybody for being chaotic.
You can also kill Metal
Yeah.
Alchemist and summon Nirgala from the dead. So, they're gonna summon the dragon. Yeah.
DM, thank you for the
Yeah.
emotional damage.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Really.
Always. Alright. Okay, I need to bounce because I need to do others. I need to attend to other things. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys November 10th.
Thank you, DM.
Thank you,
Yes,
dear.
Thank you,
Thank you,
DM.
everyone.
Good night.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
like
thank
the
you.
OST.
Once again, this was Brotherhood with DM Watson.
Let's
Oh.
go.
Wait,
No.
I had to
With the
like BRB for a bit. What happened pala between like Rick, Grim,
Yeesh, we didn't use our inspi. Wow.